Hi there. I decided to go ahead and post a YouTube video today, and I wanted to use this lemon zest stamp set, and it's inspired a little bit by the fact that I'm trying to grow a Meyer lemon tree in the backyard, so it's not a typical yellow lemon. It's got a little bit of an orange to it. So this is the card that we're going to make, and the card itself is an envelope card, and it was inspired by Kelly Atchison of A Stamp Above. And so I'm going to go ahead and show you how I made the card. All right. So first we're going to need a piece of Daffodil Delight cardstock, and it is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and then also scored at 7. I'll go ahead and fold that, burnish it. Oops. And fold down the flap. Alright, so it's like this. Then we need a piece of Daffodil Delight Designer Series paper. It's from the 6x6 Brights stack. We're going to take a little bit of green glue, and we're going to put that down here on the outside flap, center it as best we can. That's why green glue is so good. Just gives you that little extra wiggle room. Okay. Then, you can see the sample up here. Then we need a piece of granny apple. Whoops. Sorry about that. We need a piece of granny apple green. And we're going to use the Seasonal Layers framelits and the edgelet from that set, which is this one right here. And we're going to cut it out of granny apple green. So that's here. Now, a little tip, when you go to cut this out, what you want to make sure is that these peaks are on the edge of the cardstock, so that you end up with full scallops all the way across. Okay? And we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on the top of the scallops. And we're going to glue them down, making sure you've lined them up edge to edge, and using these little valleys to kind of gauge that it's straight. Okay, that's that piece. Then we need a piece of linen thread, and we're using a piece that is 34 inches long, so that I can wrap it around twice and then tie a bow. Once, twice, and then I'm going to tie a knot because it's easier to tie a bow after the knot's in place. Okay, and you can either put these together, zigzag them, whatever you like. Put it halfway, and then I'm going to go ahead and tie a bow. And usually it matters if the bow is sideways or upright. In this case, it really doesn't matter. Okay, and we've got these little tails. I'll trim them down just a little bit. All right. Okay, so there's the envelope part. All right, now we're going to go ahead and create the decoration for the outside. All right, I've used my Stamparatus for the Life is Short. Okay, that's over here, Life is Short. And I just stamped it on a piece of white scrap, and then I used the Stitched Shapes framelits, and I've used the second to smallest circle to stamp out, to punch out Life's Short. Then I took a piece of granny apple green scrap, and I cut out from the layering circles. This is the third smallest framelit. All right. And then we're just going to take multi-purpose adhesive glue and stick that on here. Okay. And then I'm going to take dimensionals, and I don't want to spread the dimensionals too far out because I don't want them to overlap into the open part of the envelope or the scallop part of the envelope. So we're just going to stick that over here. Okay. All right, then for the lemon, all right, piece of scrap. All right, we've got the slice of lemon. I'm going to go ahead and stamp that in Daffodil Delight. And then I'm going to take a dauber in Mango Melody, and I'm just going to edge the lemon and a little bit of the orange. I'll stamp that. Okay, you can see it's not just yellow there. It's got a little bit of the orange. Now I did the same thing for the full lemon. Just did a little bit of orange around the outside. This I had to fussy cut. The lemon slice itself, I used the 1 3/4 circle punch. And that fits perfectly in there. Okay. Then I took Granny Apple Green. So we've got those two pieces. Then I took Granny Apple Green and I stamped these leaves several times. I wanted 3 leaves. I like doing things in odd numbers. And so we've got our 3 leaves. And we're going to go ahead and apply all of this using dimensionals. Okay, again, I don't want to use dimensionals on the top or the bottom. I'm just going for the center. Okay, and I'm going to put that over here. And then the full lemon slice. I'm putting the dimensional off to the side because I don't want it to sit on top of the full lemon. Put that over here. And then as far as the leaves, I'm using green glue. And I'm just going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue, if it'll come out. There we go. So it sits under the lemon. Another one. These two together. Okay. Then to complete the outside envelope, we need some basic rhinestones. And we're going to use the Take Your Pick tool, and I'm just going for the little ones. Oops. Okay. It doesn't really matter where they go. But again, I'm sticking with odd numbers, so I'm going with 3. And one down here. All right. So last but not least, we have to do the insert card. Okay. And again, this is where the Stamparatus is going to come in really handy. And, oops. Okay. So, as you can see on the grid paper underneath here, I've got several failed attempts, and each one, as I stamped it on the grid paper, I went ahead and I adjusted the stamp over here to try and get it to go straight. It took me 4 attempts, but that's okay, because my 4th and final attempt, I got it right on the line. Okay, so I know that the stamp is now straight. So I'm going to go ahead and ink that up in Granny Apple Green. And I want to use the Stamparatus so that if the ink isn't dark enough or it's a little spotty, I'm able to restamp it. And couldn't find the magnet, it was stuck to the scissors. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp that. And I'd like it just a tad darker, so I'm going to ink it up one more time. Okay, there we go, perfect. Give that a second. Alright, and just insert that into our little envelope. And we're all set. And there you go. I hope you like it. I hope it makes you happy like it makes me. Bright colors. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Happy stamping.